Hey, how's it going? Let's do a quick shoulder workout. I think it's gonna be pretty quick today. Gosh, Hoofa. There's no lack of stuff to talk about. So let's just get started. Um, so, wow, fast food, you guys. So I ate bad food last night. A hamburger and 4 tacos, and I ended up eating all of it, and I drank the entire soda. Uh, I feel terrible. I can feel notably different waking up in the morning. So I feel weaker. I feel lethargic. Um, yeah, if you can avoid eating fast food or processed food, you should avoid it as much as you can, because I can feel a notable difference just having it after 60 days of not having it. I need to tighten this up. So much so that, you know, I lightened up the weights this morning. Um, I Before I turned this on, I did a couple upright rows and a couple overhead presses with those heavier plates that I've been using recently the last few days. Last couple days, it hasn't been very long. Boy, I didn't feel. I was like, whoa, I don't want to do, 3 sets of 10 of these. So I took those big plates off and put back on the old ones, and we'll just take our time and go easy, because I feel sleepy and tired and weak just from one burger and 4 tacos and a Coke, which is a lot. A big belly bomb that I'm not used to. But yeah, I can feel the difference. I feel kind of sick almost from it. Makes you not want to move. Yeah, man. Well, I hope you're doing okay and having a good day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time it is. I hope the weather's nice and you feel rested and had a good night's sleep last night. Or you had a good day's work today or last night. Not really counting any of these. Just gonna feel, I'm just gonna keep going until I feel like I get what feels like a complete set, which feels like it's being usually between 8 and 12. If I used the heavier weights, I would definitely get a feel of a bigger pump. It's what I've noticed, and I might get quicker gains if I adjusted the weights differently, or the way that I do the exercises of these certain types of reps. I'm not really concerned at this point with any of that. My main concern is not getting injured, not getting sick, not getting off track. So, I have no problem lightening weights or doing the exercises the way I'm comfortable with, the way that I've always done them and learned how to do them. Sometimes some of these videos, man, they'll tell you the best way to get giant biceps is to do these tremendous amounts of weight and do like 1/8 of a bicep curl. Okay, man. Maybe that works for some people. Obviously, it does. These guys are huge. I'm not trying to get huge. I'm trying to get healthy. I'm trying to get fit. And boy, that food last night, you guys, stay away from burgers and fries and sodas. Once you're off of it for a month or two, it's easier. But it's like drugs and cigarettes. You know, I totally feel the pain. I can tell what it's like after last night. It sucked. Food tasted good. It was a bad move. Or a good move, because now it gives me something to talk about. I made a video about it, right? But I really just wanted to eat the food, because I don't know, man. But now, if this feeling comes up again in 40 more days, I can look back at these videos and remember what a bad idea it was to order from Jack in the Box in 2025 at age 60. Just watching Andre the Giant. Really watching some good wrestling recently. Last night was a great show. I think it was from 1986, and it was fantastic. Dozed off towards the end, maybe like around the halfway point. When I woke up, saw the end or something, and then this morning I just decided to watch the entire wrestling show from last night that I dozed off to, because I wanted to catch all of the lines and all the best parts. Like there's a whole part, it's like where they do the talk show type thing that's going on, and Jake the Snake Roberts, he was there with Mean Gene, and he was like, it looked like the Johnny Carson set, and he had all these snakes. Jake had all these his whole like collection of snakes there that he brought with him to the show, and he was showing Mean Gene all these different types of snakes. It was so good, really funny, man. You watch that, it's really funny. It's on my playlists on this channel, like on the sports playlist. You'll see all the wrestling in there. I think the one at the very top is the show that I just watched this morning, the most recent one that I added. All right, let's do these overhead presses. Yeah, man, the first match in this show from last night, and then again from this morning, I watched the same match twice because I wanted to catch it again, because different parts, you miss and you don't pay attention to. You get up, go to the fridge. Sometimes they say so much funny stuff. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. And the first match was the adorable one, Adrian Adonis versus George the Animal Steele. And it was incredible. It was like one of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen in my entire life between these two guys, between George Steele and Adrian Adonis. So good, man. So they're funny. Not only is the wrestling funny, but 50% or more, maybe 70%, I don't know, a large percentage of what I enjoy about classic professional wrestling has to do with the announcers being funny, cracking jokes. That's the funniest part for me. That's what I like the most. It's Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, Jesse Ventura. I like those guys. Ooh, that was my knee. God, I can feel weaker from the burger. I am not kidding you guys. I almost feel, here's another thing, I don't sweat much. these workouts, I don't usually break a sweat. I'm beginning to break a sweat. It's like grease and meat sweats. I'm sweating meat. And I mean, I eat meat every day, but what I eat is fresh steak with nothing. No seed oils, I just freaking sear a steak. I eat it like a caveman. And just a burger, a couple tacos, it's got me all effed up. I can feel it. Totally feel weaker. Terrible way to start your day. Terrible way to live your day every single day. To eat a burger, or to think that you're eating breakfast when you go to one of these places and you get a breakfast sandwich. I used to do that. I used to, somehow, some way, when I was younger, I sustained my machine, my instrument, with this food sometimes. When I was actually working, physically doing stuff, either in the army or in the medical field or as a dancer, I was still eating bad food back then. I was younger. My system was adapted to it. This is probably one of the healthiest, metabolic points in my life, because even when I was really consuming a ton of calories and working out a bunch when I was in the military, and then when I was surfing after the military, I was still mixing in all this crap into my diet every single day. So I was not at all optimal condition, even though it felt to me at the time like I was optimal condition. I was eating a lot of processed food at the chow hall. As much as I love the chow hall in the Army and the dining facilities all over the world that the War Department has set up for us to eat at, I love them, but the food there also probably wasn't very healthy. I don't know. Anyway, let's knock more of these out. Is this the third set? It must be, right? Looking at the clock. It's got to be the third set. After this, we'll do some rows. Then we'll be done, because I can feel sweat coming. I can feel my body kind of heating up. My skin, it doesn't feel the same. I don't feel the same. Almost dehydrated. That's all I'm going to do. I'll do some uprights, but it's going to take a couple days to sweat this shit out, I think. Or to shit this shit out. I already did that twice. It wasn't too bad. Not as bad as you might expect. I don't know. So I'm pretty, could be much worse. Not complaining about any of this. It's just what happened, and it's actually content, so we're talking about it. Anyway, let's do some rows, some bent over ones like this, I guess. So I'll move the camera down a little bit. Yeah. I went to the cemetery the other day and had a good time there. And then I met this lady right when I walked out of the cemetery. It was going on her morning walk. And I had a nice conversation with this neighbor of mine that I had never met before. She was very nice. We were talking about cemetery. I asked her some questions about the cemetery and about figuring out how to renovate the headstones and where the money is for that place, like where money would come from to solve some of these issues. She told me some things about it, a lot of stuff. Hopefully I'll see her again, maybe this upcoming week, because I have more questions for her. about it. So there's that. We talked about this big tree that they're cutting down, that there's a big notice, not in the cemetery, but right outside the cemetery, right there. Very old tree, this big giant, really old tree that's like got a notice on it saying that here's the date and the time that they're going to come, because they have to, they have to do it all ahead of time, that we're going to cut down this tree. She was asking me if I knew. That's how the conversation started. She asked me, as I'm walking out of the cemetery, she walked right up to me and she asked me if I knew what the deal was with this tree and why they were cutting it down. And that's how the conversation started. Because I don't know about that tree. I didn't know until she pointed it out. I was like, well, really? Oh, I didn't even see the sign. No. Then after that, a couple evenings ago, maybe it was Friday night, I actually went out. I just went downtown right around dinner time and walked around. I got a C4 and a Twix bar. Got one of those large, the large size Twix bars that are like $3 or something now. It's like the equivalent of a Twix bar and a half. And so then I just walked around and looked at all the boomer couples. There's a lot of Panama hats and Bermuda shorts. A lot of ladies in flowery sundresses. They were all drinking and eating outside in the patios, having a great time. There was music playing. There were these guys singing Beatles songs. Two of us doing homework, eating salami on our way. Two of us smelling terrible, should take a shower. Like that, right? And the boomers were all loving it. Then maybe they did Wonderwall. Yeah, so I was just walking through with my Twix bar, casually eating my Twix bar, drinking my C4. I didn't have room for the camera. So I'm not always there for you guys. Sometimes it's about me. But I had a good time. I just walked around, talked to one person, talked to this lady briefly. But that was about it. I just walked around, did the whole place, surveyed. I did like a perimeter patrol, ate my Twix bar, and then came home. So then these are like baby steps. Maybe next month when I do it again, I'll go inside someplace and I'll order one beer in an app. Might do that. Depends how crowded or how busy it is in any of these places. I want to walk in by myself to get a single table, and it's all these couples and they're all booming it out, listening to the Beatles and Creedence Clearwater. I don't want to upset their vibes. I saw these really cool kids though when I was walking right by the movie theater. That movie Weapons was opening and playing, and these cool kids rolled up, man. They were like 5 wide, and they were walking down the middle of Mill Street, there where I filmed sometimes. It was really great. I wish I had filmed that. So they were like 5 wide, and they were all like, had black, super oversized black baggy clothes. Some of them had their hair like dyed jet black, and they had eyeliner on, and these facial piercings and things in their ears, and spikes around their neck and stuff. It was the cool kids. And they were going to see Weapons, no doubt, and they just looked great, man. It was just kind of scared me a little bit. I was, oh shit, it's the cool kids. But yeah, they look great. I would have loved to have had a camera and to have told them that they look great. You guys look great today. I love your energy. Okay, that was it. Quick shoulder workout post Jack in the Box poisoning. I'll never do it again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.